welcome to Turn the Page, the official podcast of the Syosset Public Library.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Turn the Page podcast. I'm your host, Kaye, joined today by my illustrious coworker.
It's Jody, and today we are talking to an amazing author. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm Taleen Voskuni, the author of 3 books, Sorry Bro, La Vache at First Sight, and my most recent one, Our Ex's Wedding.
Yay! And that's the book we're here to talk about today.
Yeah.
So Jody and I are both really excited to talk to you about this book. We have consumed rabidly your other 2 novels, and we're super thrilled to get the chance to do the same with this one. So I guess to start off, what got you started writing about Armenian romance, I guess?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I've always been writing, always since I was a little kid, pull out computer paper in the early AMs and start drawing stories. So I always wrote. And I want to write a novel. In 2016, I really tried hard to do it. I wrote a romance, but I never wrote Armenian characters. And I don't know why exactly that was. I suspect it's because everything I was reading was very well, most of it was very white, a lot of the literature and the canon super white. I guess it never occurred to me, especially to write a uplifting, joyous Armenian story. But I had this idea brewing in me, like bursting and waiting to come out, which was the Armenian coming out story. It was something that, I was on the train, Caltrain is our local train here, one day on the way to work, and I heard the voices of these characters talking to each other. And one was saying kind of almost flippantly, like, oh, do we always have to talk about the Armenian genocide?
Yeah.
And the other character, this like very cool, calm voice being like, oh, I understand why you might feel that way, but tell me more. And like, do you know, and just like being curious and non-judgmental. And I was like, whoa, who are these two? I need to learn more. And it was, it was already an Armenian story. It was 2 women. And I, as a bi woman, have this, this queerness in me that I hadn't fully had a chance to express it a little bit. It was just hidden. So I need to bring it out. I never really came out to my family. So Sorry Bro is basically 300 pages of coming out. And that is why I wrote Sorry Bro.
I love that.
That's terrific. And it's true, like when you do actually hear about the Armenians, you always be like, oh yeah, genocide. And yeah, that's a huge part of our story, of course. And but there's so much more. It's you can also have everyday lives, and it's so nice, and it's so ultra rare to have queer Armenian representation. So my follow-up question to everything is, when you were first trying to get Sorry Bro out there in the world, did you get a lot of pushback or people who didn't want to represent that because Armenians are generally very religious and they don't like the gay stuff like that?
Mm.
So, hmm?
Yeah, I think I truly got lucky with this. When it was time for me to try and get an agent and try and get Sorry Bro published, it was the perfect time in publishing. If I had written this exact same book, even 5 years before then, which was 2020, I don't think I would have gotten a book deal. It was not, it was not the right time. So from the non-Armenian community, I actually felt a lot of, well, to start with, I felt a lot of embracing, like, yes, this is the kind of stories we want to tell, we want to publish. We've been missing these. So it was extremely lucky that I wrote it when I wrote it. And you're absolutely right, very nervous about how the Armenian community, especially the like traditional Armenian community, would feel about this book. And for me, it was the moment where I told the principal of my old school about the book. She actually came up to me. She said, Taleen, I heard you have a new book. Why didn't you tell me? My kids still go to that school, the same school I went to.
Wow.
So she's principal. She was my 7th, 8th grade teacher before.
That's
Wow.
awesome. I love
So
that.
cool, right? Yeah. And so, I've known her forever. She's like an aunt, basically. And she said, "Why didn't you tell me that, you had this book?" I said, "Well, it's a story where about two women falling in love, and I didn't know how people would perceive that." And she kind of said like, "Oh, this is the 21st century. We had to embrace this. We had to talk about this. This is our real life." And it made me feel so good. It made me feel like, okay, if the principal is, is up there, it's going to be okay. And for the most part, it has been more than okay. It has been so worth it to have written this story for the representation that I was able to share that just didn't exist before this. So yeah, I'm very glad I did.
It felt so good to read it.
Yeah, it did. Well, and you kind of like hope for that kind of reaction. You know what I mean? Like you want like everyone to be excited about the thing that you're excited about, even though you're nervous about sharing it, which
Mm.
really does speak to like the queer experience in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually you already answered my question, but I was going to ask you about the bi rep because that's what made me really excited about all three of your books is like it seems like all of your main characters are bi. And in your first book, it's a bi woman who falls for a woman, and in your current book, it's a bi woman who falls for a man. So I like that you're exploring, all sides of bisexuality. Is there any part of like the queer experience that you found like difficult to write down or flip side joyful to write about?
Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely different writing this last book, Our Ex's Wedding, because our bi character ends up falling in love with a man. But which I really liked about Our Ex's Wedding is that she's still really pining for Kami, her ex, her female ex, in the beginning of the story. So I do feel Our Ex's Wedding is pretty good bi rep. Like I feel like it feels realistic. You're gonna love who you love sometimes, and it's just you're not gonna. There's nothing stopping it. So I really loved. I actually like. I've pined for exes in the past, so I actually really liked sad Ani, our main character, just like wishing for something that wasn't even that good to
I
begin
felt
with.
for Ani,
Yeah.
definitely.
Right?
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Haven't we all been there? We're like, oh, they were so perfect, and like, no, they weren't. No, no, they were not. They were maybe terrible.
It absolutely takes an outside perspective of someone going, that wasn't right, right?
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. And no, and nothing was too tough to write about because I tend to write from my own experience as much as possible so that it feels authentic and I feel comfortable, writing what I'm going to write. And I just had a ball writing this book and truly all my books. I have fun. I like drafting a lot.
Excellent. So I'm going to ask something about the worlds. When I was reading Our Ex's Wedding, I noticed that you mentioned the two characters from the first book. Sorry, bro. Are the characters from La Vache at First Sight also in this world? Do you write in the same world? Are they always going to be in the same world?
I don't know, so lava, okay, so definitely, sorry, bro, and Arx's Wedding, totally in the same
Yeah, 5 year distance about
universe.
it.
Yes. Lavash, I thought maybe it is, but they didn't know each other. So I have one tiny Easter egg in all teeny tiny, no one will notice except for me, which is that there's always a gossipy older woman who is referenced named Nora. She never appears on the page, but Nora is the one that has the information.
That's
And so
funny.
she appears in all three books. As the
When you
one.
get down to like writing your final book ever, it just let Nora's side.
Yeah.
I knew everything.
It's Nora's point of view.
And she's like,
Oh,
Nora saw things.
oh yeah, Nora knows. Nora knows. So I think they're in the same universe. And so the big piece that character that's in the same universe is Rafi. So in Sorry Bro, Rafi is like the skeezy playboy, like super sexy Armenian handsome doctor who, is bad news bears. And he has a major transformation by the time we get to Our Ex's Wedding. And, thinking of using Rafi as the character was what really pushed me to love and enjoy writing Our Ex's Wedding because I always liked Rafi and Sorry Bro, even though he had a lot of things to learn.
He was
Yeah,
going through some stuff now that you find out his backstory, and you're like,
True.
yeah. And I thought about, I was like, what would make someone like them, what would make them want to change? And yeah, so I loved writing him as a reformed
yeah.
rake.
I'm very happy for Rafi and how he found his book club and he's redeeming himself and he's like, no, 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 I'm not that jerk anymore. Like
Yeah.
it feels really good. He's not even real. I enjoy him. Like,
I know. The book club was fun, and I feel it's real. I mean, maybe it's not, but I truly believe books can change minds. Like it can change your opinions and your thoughts from something, I don't know, something you held as true to something totally different as you step into someone's shoes and really feel their experience. And I want to give that to Rafi. So,
Yeah, fiction is magic like that.
yeah.
That's why we love to read it, I think.
yes, yes.
Not only does it like transport us to another world, it transports us to a different mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So happy for Rafi
exactly.
though.
So happy for this imaginary guy.
Yeah, Caribbean.
Yeah. Uh, oh yeah, so speaking of the feminist book club, I love those characters as well. I really hope that you like put them in something else. But are they inspired by anybody in your life or anything like that?
Yes, Riley, Lana, I think Kennedy, and I forgot the
Maya?
other.
Is it
What was it?
Is it Maya? So
Maya, yes, yes, yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. Oh my gosh, you're good. Yes. Yeah, they were so fun. Their dialogue was very fun to write. I went back and revised it a couple times to try and like really punch it up because they don't have too much time on screen, on page, I should say. So I wanted to I wanted to make it memorable while they were there. Yeah, they are sort of inspired by a lot of the people I know on the internet. I know so many writer friends I've never met in person, but we formed these like great bonds over Discord. So they're a little inspired by some real writers that I know.
That's
Yeah.
really nice
I
to
like
hear.
that.
Yeah, we're also big Discord users.
Yes, we
Oh,
are.
yeah.
And
Cool.
reading any of their interactions, whether it was like via the text messaging part of the book or when they were like together, it felt like a group chat. Like it felt like our group chat, like because we're in a group chat with our other librarian friends, and so we're always like, "Did you hear about blah 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 blah?" and like making memes at each other and
Yeah.
like emojis everywhere. And so I enjoy that when an author includes something like that in a book. So that was
Oh,
really fun.
I'm so happy that came out. That was exactly the way I wanted to feel it when they were both together in the group, and I was inspired by the mini group chats that I also am in. So thank you. I'm glad that landed.
Yeah. It makes it all, I said, it's not real characters, whatever, but it really does feel like this group does exist, and I've never met them because they're in California.
Right.
That's really,
You have to go to California, obviously.
seriously.
So that
The
leads me to
only
my
boy.
next question, actually. I don't really know a lot about like Armenian anything
Do you want to
aside.
know about the genocide?
No, I'm
Okay.
thank you. But I have learned, I will say reading Sorry Bro, I've learned a lot about like the culture and the genocide. But I was kind of curious, like, is it that California has like a really big population of Armenian people there?
Yes, and specifically Southern California and specifically Glendale. So when I go to Glendale, and my work is actually in Glendale, so when I go down there and I'm just walking around a mall, I swear it feels like 50% or more Armenian. I'm hearing Armenian, I'm seeing little kids speaking Armenian. It's magical. I love it. I think living there might be a little intense because I think it's sort of insular. I don't know, but I love going there. So there's a huge population in Southern California. It happens to be one of the places Armenians immigrated and continue to immigrate to because their families are there now and follow our families. Fresno was the first big Armenian population. Many of them came before the genocide, actually. So they have been here a very long time, since the 1900s. And what's interesting to me when I go to Fresno and meet Fresno Armenians is there'll be people, Armenians in their like 60s, people my parents' age, and they have no accent, which to me is very strange because in the San Francisco Bay Area community, most of the people immigrated during the 70s. So they were in like Lebanon or Syria and left during the Civil War and other wars in the region. So most of the people that are older are all, first generation. And in Fresno, they're like third, fourth, something like that. It's really interesting.
That's so interesting. And to that note too, I made a little note because in the book you mentioned a lot of food things.
Mhm.
So much food. And Jody before was showing me what was it called?
Monty.
The Monty.
Oh,
Because
so good.
you're saying that's like a piece of your childhood, right?
Yeah, that's one thing I grew up eating, and my mom, we do with the wonton wrappers, we do the cheat,
Yes.
but I just eat them like chips. I don't even put the soup anymore. Like just boom, ate them.
You said
I
you eat them cold.
Hell yeah. So good.
I like him sometimes better without the dip too. Just like I'm with you.
It
I'm with
means
you.
that you have to make that for us now.
I can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to make it because I want to try. Because that's the thing too, like when you include references to like food or any other kind of culture thing, like now I want this. So
Sorry.
I must try the Armenian food, and I have an Armenian friend, so you're gonna have to
Yeah.
make it for
I
me.
can go buy some lekmajun. We can have
We'll
some
do it.
things like
We'll
that.
do it.
I don't know much, but I know some key things, so it's
Oh,
good.
But
yeah, you're
sorry,
listing the best ones. So
yes, the best
yeah.
ones. Well, that's
Mhm.
good that you got the best ones.
Thank God.
Do you have like a favorite food that you like either included in the book or didn't include in the book?
I do, but I didn't include it in RX's wedding. I included it in Sorry Bro, which is sini kofta, which is the meat on meat pie. I'm sorry for our vegetarians and vegans out there, but I really love this dish. It is truly 3 layers of ground beef, basically. And the middle one has pine nuts and onions, and it's spiced so well. And anytime my mom would make it, it was like a special occasion, and it feels so special because it takes a long time to make. So it's made with love, and tr it just tastes like home to me, like love, like the happy family time. So I will forever love sini kefta, and I like making it for my kids. Again, only on special occasions because it's hard to make
Right.
and takes a long time.
It was fun too when your second book came out. I was like, oh my God, she used lavash as a title. Armenians are gonna instantly know. And then there was the whole food empire against empire thing too. And lavash is a delicious bread,
Oh, okay.
and you can use it as a wrap, and you can do anything with it. It's amazing. So I thought that was a clever use
Oh,
of the title. And
thank you. I'm proud I actually came up with that one myself. So
hey.
I was like, yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
So I have to ask, even though this is just coming out, are you working on another one?
Oh my gosh, this is the first time I don't have a great answer for this. I know. I am, so
Well,
I'm
you're allowed
back
to
in
take
the,
a break. You've been at it.
oh, I know, I'm torn. I'm back in the full-time workforce now. I was consulting for a while, and that's how I was able to write. So it's kind of tough at the moment, but I have a half-finished book that I'm like, should I finish this? And it's an adventure romance
Mhm.
about two Armenians who are enemies from back in their college days, and
Yes.
they join a secret society of Armenian smugglers who take back stolen Armenian relics and,
Do it.
re
That sounds
repurpose them.
awesome.
We will
Yeah.
read the heck out of this.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know. Can I be told the thing I'm worried about is it's, the relics are stolen by, Turkish and Azerbaijani people. And I'm like, oh, is it too political? I don't know. But should I just write it and see what
You
happens?
should write it and see what
I mean,
happens.
it's unfortunately it's true to life. And like
Yeah,
this
it
stuff
is.
didn't really happen. So I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
And
Yep.
adventure romance right now has been like up and coming. We've gotten there's been a couple that have come out in the last couple of years that have gotten really popular. Joe Segura wrote
Jessica,
one. Yeah, that's
I
the first one
love
I think
her.
of.
Yes.
And even oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on her name. Love at First Sighting. We interviewed her.
Tara.
Oh, Mallory Marlowe.
Mallory
Yes.
Marlowe. Yes. Yeah,
Awesome
I would
too.
count that as an adventure romance.
Yes.
She's with a dude who's part of the Men in Black.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's so good. You should definitely read it.
I'm normally just a teen librarian, so
Yeah,
there's always an adventure.
Ah,
There's a hint of romance in every
that's
book.
true.
So
That's true. You always have to save the world and then they fall in love. Yeah.
yeah.
it happens.
On that note, actually, do you have any book recommendations that you would like to give us based off of
Yeah. There are so many coming up. Yeah, of course. So we talked about Jessica, her latest book, The Lust Crusade, just came out. The Lust Crusade. I
yeah,
love it. So
came
that's
out
a final in
this
her
month.
trilogy.
Yes.
Um, Rebecca Fabian writes these fantastic sapphic romances, but she also just started writing horror. Maybe not just started, maybe, but her latest book, The Lost Girls of Hollow Lake, is coming out. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Hmm.
And of course, the Sapphic Queen, Ashley Herring Blake, Get Over It, April Evans, is coming out soon. So I am definitely reading that, 100%.
I think I saw you have an advanced copy of that upstairs somewhere.
I know. And let's see Liana De La Rosa's Mutual Discord. Liana De La Rosa writes these beautiful historicals. This one's a contemporary, and I'm so excited to read a contemporary from her. And let me see. Oh, also The Mashup by Laura Marie Myers. I doing an event, actually by the time this records, I will have done an event with Laura Marie
Hey.
Myers.
It went
And
so well.
yeah, and it was so fun. I'm sure it will be. She's such a great moderator. I've seen her interview before. And her book is about a woman stuck in a MASH game, like the game you used to play in the 90s with the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
what
that's
house are you
cool.
going to have? Who are you going to marry? That
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, I like that.
Different.
oh, lots coming up, lots and lots.
That's great.
All right, cool. Well, I think that's it for all of our questions and anything like that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you'd like to share with us?
Or tell our listeners.
Yes.
Well, I hope if you pick up that RX's Wedding, you'll enjoy it. It's kind of a slow burn at first, but I think the slow burn is worth it. It's also the first spicy scenes I've ever written, so I'm a little, I don't know, but I hope everyone enjoys. Is all I have to say.
Well, as I was going to say, by the time you're listening to this, the book will be out, and we will have it on our shelves. But you can find it in any local library or bookstore or indie bookstore near you. And definitely check out Our Ex's Wedding. It's a fabulous ride, very exciting, and we both love it so much.
Read all her books.
Yes, read all the books.
Go backwards then. Okay.
Thank
Read
you
Our
both.
Ex's Wedding, then go back to Sorry Bro and see what a jerk Rafi was at first.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so it's time to close this chapter of Turn the Page. Everyone take care and have a great day.
It's time to close this chapter of Turn the Page. Join us for the next episode.